Very good morning to all of you. My name is Lois and this is my partner Shuli. How would you respond if your pet was sick, but surgery is not feasible and medications are not working and contraindicated with possible side effects? Instead of euthanasia, actually you can go for veterinary acupuncture, which is our topic of presentation today. Basically, the animal diseases that can be treated by veterinary acupuncture can classify into two categories. One is large animal disease and another is small animal disease. Now, I will explain about large animal disease. First, for musculoskeletal problems, degenerative joint disease is one of the most common examples. Degenerative joint disease is also known as osteoarthritis. It is most common in cattle, horse, and buffalo. Furthermore, neurological disorders is also the disease that can be treated by veterinary acupuncture. The example for it is nerve paralysis. There is a case of acupuncture treatment for this disease in a Will Fox by Lorena Loret, a veterinarian acupuncturist in United Kingdom. For his first treatment, there is an improvement in sensation and mobility of limb. The Will Fox also changed his behavior from fear and aggression to a more cooperative behavior. Moreover, skin problems can also be treated by veterinary acupuncture. For example, allergic dermatitis, which is the most common disease in the horses. The next disease is respiratory problems, such as bleeders. Bleeders is a condition where the animal's blood fails to clot properly. Apart from the large animal disease, veterinary acupuncture can also treat small animal disease. For musculoskeletal problems, hip dysplasia is the most common example. Hip dysplasia is an abnormal formation of the hip socket. It is most common in dogs. Then, for the skin problems, the example for it is lip granulomas. Lip granulomas is a skin problem in dogs and sometimes in cats. It results from the dog's urge to lick its leg and cause the lesion to become red and swollen. The next one is the nervous disorders. Traumatic nerve injury and paralysis are the two most common examples for these nervous disorders. Traumatic nerve injury and paralysis is also common in the companion animal. Furthermore, gastrointestinal problems can also be treated by veterinary acupuncture. The most common example is inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, which results in the inflammation of intestines. It is most common in cats and dogs. The disease that I have mentioned today is just a small part. In fact, there are still a lot of diseases that can be treated by veterinary acupuncture that I have not mentioned. If you are interested, actually you can make some research online. Now I'll pass the presentation to my partner Shuli.
Thanks, Eloise. After my partner presentations, we will choose veterinary acupuncture as a way to treat your pets. Maybe you are still hesitating. Let's get some knowledge about the effect of veterinary acupuncture. I will start with the positive effect of the veterinary acupuncture. The veterinary acupuncture will make the animals feel relaxed or even sleepy when the needles are in place. This is because the veterinary acupuncture make the muscle to relax and relieve the struggles and pains brought by the illness. In the traditional Chinese veterinary medicine's perspective, they encourage the healing by correcting the energy imbalance in the body. The veterinary acupuncture will stimulate the body to release its pain-relieving and anti-inflammatory substance and eventually enhance the blood circulations and nervous system stimulations in the body. The International Veterinary Acupuncture Society acknowledged that the veterinary acupuncture may not cure every disease, but it can work well when it is indicated. The insertions of the veterinary acupuncture needles may be virtually painless, but for large animals, they may cause some pain because of its thick skin. But when the needles are in place, there should be no pain. And nowadays, they have used lasers instead of needles in veterinary acupunctures that can make the patients have a completely painless experience. And the veterinary acupuncture is more safe because it has less potential adverse side effects for your pet's internal organs. And the most important is veterinary acupuncture don't have the risk like surgery do. When there's a light, there must be a shadow. I will continue with the negative effect of the veterinary acupunctures. The first one is the needle may be brought inside the skin or the subcutaneous tissue, but nowadays needles has been designed to be very flexible and easily bent. And this not a big deal. And the next one is the 24 and 48 critical hours. The International Veterinary Acupuncture Society acknowledged that the animal's condition may seem worsen up to 48 hours after the treatment, and they may look like very sleepy and lethargy for 24 hours. But all of this just an indication that there is a physiological change in their body, and they must be followed by an improvement in the animal's conditions after that. So the critical hours may be the recovery hours after the treatment. When the animals receive the first treatment, they may feel some small amount of discomfort like tingliness, numbness, and cramps, but it should be okay in the following treatment. And the last one is special case. Why I say as a special case is because it's very rare to happen. For example, like the needles may injure the internal organs of the animals, or may cause the hematoma because the needle punctures the blood vessels. And there is a very important thing that everyone should know about the veterinary acupunctures, which is the veterinary acupuncture may masking the pain and clinical signs of the previous conditions and eventually make the condition to be worsened. So, veterinary acupuncture should never administer without a proper veterinary diagnosis and ongoing assessment of patient's condition by a licensed acupuncturist veterinarian. After my presentations, I think all of you already have answers for my question just now, which is, would you choose veterinary acupuncture as a way to treat your pets? That's all from our presentations. Thank you.